first 4 bans by
Definitely.
these teams.
That's really unexpected.
GBCB.
That's a really unexpected ban. You don't see that hero a whole lot these days.
I'm wondering what GBCB was wondering about when they banned Huskar.
Dyer's pick.
See a quick Razor pick from Cheeselump as a very strong core, Tide Hunter
Dyer's
from
pick.
GBCB, very strong counter initiation with Ravage.
Vengeful Spirit picked up right off the bat there.
Radiant's pick.
Question is though, I'm trying to figure out that Huskar ban. You think they were just afraid of maybe they were going to go for an all magic damage strat and worried about that Huskar countering that possibly?
10 seconds to go.
I think they were worried about
5 seconds.
potential gank lineups.
It seems possible.
Reserve time.
I don't know, I feel like there's better heroes that can do that than a Huskar, but you know.
Radiant team ban.
See the Bristleback coming out from Cheeselump, very safe off-lane choice in this current meta. See a lot of Bristleback in these current games in this tournament so far.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, the thing is, assuming this Razor gets a
5
mech,
seconds.
assuming this Razor gets a mech, they actually gonna have so far a pretty a tanky team, at least on Cheeselump.
Reserve
If
time.
the Razor goes for a mech option.
Dire team ban.
Looks like Cheeselump is having a bit of difficulties with the banning phase of this game because it seems like this may be Cool Baby's first game.
10
The round robin.
seconds
Yeah,
to
definitely.
go.
Yeah, I think they said it was their first game actually.
5
So we really don't
seconds.
know what to expect out of Cool Babies. We've seen Cheeselump play a few times before. Nature's
Radiant's
Prophet
ban.
ban now, it's actually not that bad of a choice. At least depending on their lineup.
Ten seconds to go. Dyer's ban. Dyer's pick.
I didn't know, it's interesting that Cool Baby's banned out Sven, because I'm pretty sure I have seen Cheeselump actually pick him a few times before in the past. I know I saw it last game they played.
Radiant's
Drow Ranger
pick.
picked up, going for an Aura strat with that Vengeful Spirit. I don't know if there'll be a Luna here. They may do something weird like a Drow mid, maybe a Luna Venge safe lane, but I kind of doubt it. Usually you don't see a Drow and Luna on the same team, but it's entirely possible. I would not completely rule that out.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Disruptor.
Dyer's pick.
Luna.
Oh, there's the Luna. I was right about that. So
Radiant's pick.
that is right. So it looks like it's a Drow mid with a Luna safe lane with a Venge probably. Unless they do Luna mid Drow safe lane, which is also a possibility. I think Probably Drow's going to be a little more effective mid than a Luna will be. But we will have to see how that goes.
Ten seconds to go.
Disruptor was also not too bad of a choice, as they can probably glimpse the
5
tie back when he tries to
seconds.
blink in for something. However, the thing is, he's already going to do the damage with the Ravage, so it may be more for glimpsing the Drow back to them
Reserve
if they're trying to
time.
gank her. Because the Drow's going to try to stand out of the fight, generally.
So far, lots of heroes on Cool Babies with no escape option. Shadow Demon coming up
Dire
from Cheese
team.
Lump
This is true.
to set up those ganks.
Yeah, definitely will set up with the kinetic field there for the Disruptor, as well as getting more time on the static lane for Razor. It could be a Shadow Demon Disruptor Razor tri-lane. I could see that happening here. Just have a nice static lane, keep it on
10
there during disruption,
seconds to go.
and then with the kinetic field, just give Razor a lot of damage.
5 seconds.
Kind of an odd tri-lane, but it might work out.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Reserve time.
Cool Babies has yet to use a single second of their reserve time.
They just know what they want. And they're getting it. Meanwhile, Cheese Lump running out of time. They're cutting down to the wire. They better pick something or
10
get random.
seconds to go.
Or lose their
Dyer's
ban,
pick.
rather.
Lion.
A good pick from Cool
It
Babies.
is, yeah,
They
it definitely
needed-
is.
They needed a CC. Lots of burst damage on Cool Babies, but they are a little bit on the squishy side.
That's right, with the exception of the Tidehunter, a Viper picked up, so it looks like they're mid right there. This may be a Bristleback off lane with the expected Razor Disruptor Shadow Demon tri-lane. As for Cool Babies, I think it's going to be a Tide off lane with a Luna Avenge Lion tri-lane with a Drow Ranger mid, possibly. Alright, so let's go ahead and introduce the players real quick. So over on the Radiant side, we have Cheese Lump, we have Zeal on the Shadow Demon, we have Gerbil
I'd get
Warfare
ready
on the
if I were
Disruptor,
you.
Blossom on the Razor, Tall White Mocha, who's a stand-in on the Bristleback, and Death by Wookiee Fist on the Viper. Over on the Dire side, we have Cool Babies, and we have Rare Monkey on the Vengeful Spirit, Kid Kansas on the Drow, we have Firebender on the Luna, Jose J 589 on the Lion, and Joel with music on the Tidehunter. It looks like an immediate 5-man smoke. Don't know where this is going, but they're gonna go looking to pick up
Looks like
something.
they're-
They want to pick up a
looks like
gank
they're
here.
opting to go into the enemy jungle, looking to gank.
Now they're gonna run into 3 heroes. I think they're probably gonna clash about maybe around this area. And they haven't spotted each other yet. Tidehunter,
Seems like they
no
won't
vision
even
quite
come
yet.
over
They're
here.
just barely out of vision
It's
range.
almost
Oh, the
time
Disruptor
for
has been
everybody
spotted by
to die.
Tidehunter. There it goes. The kinetic field goes down. And it gets a 2-man Earth Spike. Shadow Demon goes down. First blood goes to the Vengeful Spirit.
Successful smoke gank so far.
Definitely, very
Trying
much,
to get the disruptor.
definitely very much worth it. They don't want to dive that tower. They don't need it. They got what they came for. They're just gonna back out now. And the lanes are pretty much as expected, generally, at least on the
It
Radiant side.
begins.
We have that tri-lane, we're gonna like, the Disruptor's there, the Shadow Demon's there too.
Double
We're gonna have that
damage.
tri-lane, Viper mid, Bristleback in the off lane. It looks like this Drow's
May
taking
the
this DD
Drow
rune, she's
keep
going to
you
the mid
safe.
lane. And well, meanwhile, Luna's headed to farm that top. Now, interesting, we have Deward's. Oh, we have a D-ward going down. Is Disruptor going to D-ward this? He will. That is already some money wasted there. That ward D-warded. That's going to help out quite a lot, actually, for Cheese Lump. So Viper's already going to have a rough time on this mid lane. With this double damage draw, it's just very hard to last hit that, and whenever she starts harassing him, it's going to get even worse. And now she's gonna start orb blocking with that frost arrows any second now, probably.
Up top, we have Vengeful Spirit going on the Bristleback.
Uh-oh. The Bristleback might be in trouble. He has Quill Spray, but no Bristleback. The Earth Spike goes out and hits him.
He gets spiked.
He is probably done. He is done. Oh, and he buys back!
Buys back.
Probably not the best buyback, really, as that cooldown is no joke. And he also has no TP money either anymore, so we can't even TP back to lane. His buy time would not have been that long. I don't think that buyback was very worth it.
Down on bot, we have the Tidehunter. He does get disrupted, and
He's gonna be okay, though.
Field. The creep wave slowly ticking down the Razor and Disruptor.
Razor actually might be in a little bit of trouble here, especially if he gets too close to that Tidehunter and takes some Anger Smashes. In fact, he's gonna go for it. There goes one Anger Smash. It's only level 1, though, not doing that much. Kinetic Field barely misses. Disruption is out. And he's gone. A Disruptor may die, though. Gerbil Warfare looking pretty low. Those range creeps are beating him. He's gonna go down. Tidehunter's going to kill. Killed by the Dire.
Kill the Disruptor.
Uh-oh, they got a 6 teammate. Those range creeps are strong.
Yes, they are. Tidehunter does get the level. He's level 3 now. Very strong lead so far.
Meanwhile, on the mid lane, we have Drow ahead of this Viper in CS.
Regeneration.
Blossom here is really got to learn how to A-click his own creeps whenever he's taking creep aggro like that, because him taking damage from those range creep is really not helping his case here. He could end up going down like the Disruptor to creeps, and it's not a good idea. It's not going to be good for that tri-lane. That Tidehunter's already getting fed levels by not getting zoned out of XP range, and so it's really just not looking good for Cheese Lump by feeding kills like that.
We have both Shadow Demon and Disruptor just sitting here, waiting for an opportunity, maybe.
What they really probably want to do right now is go stack this camp maybe, or set up for a pull through of this camp possibly. Because what they want to do is they probably want to drag the creep wave back to about here, so the Razor has a little easier farm. Because right now all this tri-lane is really doing is just sapping their XP.
I would really like to see Disruptor.
Well, we do have a smoke gank.
harassing the Tide a
We
little
do have a
bit.
smoke gank though, with the Lion and the Vengeful Spirit coming for the Viper. Viper's probably in trouble. I don't think he spotted. I don't think he saw him smoke at all. There's no way he saw it. Yeah, this is a dead Viper. Drow's probably
pushing in a little bit too deep.
Drow has no gust yet. Viper's too far in. Stun goes out from the Venge, and the Earth Spike, and it's probably gonna be a kill. I think the Drow's gonna pick that up. She does. So we definitely have a lot of good early aggression here from Cool Babies. I wasn't really sure what to expect out of this team, but they're actually doing pretty well. We also have both of Cool Baby's carries at the top of the CS chart, and meanwhile, Cheese Lumps are not. So it's definitely another thing that Cool Babies has in their favor so far. Drow spotted an Invis rune top. Don't know if she's going to use this to gank or not. She does not have a bottle, but we're going to see if she's going to use it or not.
Concealed.
She may just try to wait for the Viper to push up and be too greedy and get a silence on him. He does have no boots, so she can like possibly maybe get a good gust on him and push him back up this way. She might be able to kill him. After all, he is level 5 and he only has 1 point in corrosive skin. She can probably pick that kill up. But instead she's gonna head bottom, it looks like, and go for a gank on this tri-lane. With seeing how underleveled they are, they might get this. Drow's gonna go for it. But there was a ping out by Cheese Lump here, so they didn't know she was there. I think they saw her grab the Invis rune.
I think they did know they have a Sentry Ward.
Radiant's
Down
top
the jungle
tower
and
is
up
under
top.
You're right. You're right. They
Top
do.
three
You're right. They do
diving
have the
into the Bristleback.
I actually forgot about that Sentry Ward. They used it to de-ward earlier. That's right. That's how they saw her. So they know she's standing there waiting. They're just gonna hide in that tower.
Radiant's top tower
Now they're gonna
is
go. No,
under
they're gonna go
attack.
be aggressive and get her. They're not gonna
Something
passive
you
about
can
this. Oh, unfortunately, the disruption blocks the plasma field. Ravage out,
That's a Ravage.
and it looks like this disruptor is going down. He is disrupted. Silence gets both of them.
Undertow.
Blossom going down. That's 2.
Shadow Demon.
Radiant's
And
top
Shadow
tower
Demon's
is
probably
being
gone
attacked.
too. That's 3. And that, yeah, not a
Radiant's
very
top
good
tower
tri-lane to
has
be
been
in.
destroyed.
Up
And meanwhile,
we have
top tower was taken.
Cool
Yes.
Babies.
So far, Cool Baby just asserting map dominance overall.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege. Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
Unfortunately, nobody's defending this tower. When they got 2 auras knocking on this tower, they're easily going to get it with no
Radiant's middle
problem.
tower is under attack.
Very fast melting.
Earth Spike goes out, not going to hit anything.
Radiant's
Oh, then
top
a couple of
tower is
creeps.
under attack.
That tower is done.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Actually denied. Well played by Death by Wookiee Fist here.
Down bot, we have the Tidehunter not quite getting trapped into the kinetic field, able to walk away from
Yeah,
the
it was-
Bristle and the Disruptor.
Yeah, that was very close. I think the main problem here is Disruptor doesn't have any points in Glimpse yet. I think it's really pretty much his core skill. You shouldn't have 2 in Kinetic Field. You should instead have 2 in Glimpse. Or really, you should just be like 1 in each. He is only level 3 right now, so I think you should just have like 1, 1, and 1. That would probably benefit him the most, but max out that Glimpse. Glimpse is easily your best skill. Like, while Thunderstrike technically does
Dyer's
more
middle
damage,
tower is being
pretty much
attacked.
having them all the way back with Glimpse, so that with an absurd range on it, is pretty much going to be, like, it's like dealing 1 billion damage, basically.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Uh-oh, in the mid lane, we have Vengeful Spirit stun, goes out on the Razor. He's staying around a little too long, but 2 stuns. He's going down. There it is. Venge picks up the kill.
Overstayed his welcome while the rest of his team ran back.
Definitely, and he
knowing
saw the
that
TP's in. He really should have left
Babies were
sooner than
TPing
that.
him.
I think probably at this point they're snowballing so much that Vengeful Spirit might even be able to max out Aura if she wanted to. She could probably get away with it. Especially since they're running an Aura strat here with the Drow and the Luna. I think probably just going for maxing out Aura at this point might be the best idea. So now we're gonna really need rotations right here. Yes, we do have 1. It's gonna be the Disruptor. However, he has no mana at the moment, so it's not gonna do. It's only gonna have only gonna have mana for 1 kinetic field. That's all he's got. And otherwise, this game is done. Silence goes out on the Shadow Demon. He's cut out pretty badly. He's done. Ravage out, and that is 4 down. Their team just melted very fast. Meanwhile, Bristleback's just sitting on the bottom lane, though. He's not really getting anything done down there. Creep Wave is pushed way up.
Shadow Demon opted to face check the Fog of War,
Yeah, definitely.
where he should have been able to use the Shadow Poison to get vision.
Yeah, definitely. I think at this point, really, Cheese Lump needs like a ward up here, probably. And they need more defensive wards in their jungle. These 2 wards out here are really doing nothing for them. Because they're really, I mean, if you just like look at the vision right now and hit your F2, you can just see like what they can see right now, and it's really not much. Like, pretty much they're never going to be standing out here. They're always going to be like right around here trying to hit your tower. Uh-oh, and there goes the Shadow Demon. He is down. And the Finger of Death goes out on the Razor. Plasma Field does pick up a kill, though. That puts Cheese Lump on the board for Blossom.
Lost in the woods.
Is anybody going to fall? No, Tower's not going to pick up any kills. Oh, but
Under not enough mana for Mechanism. Venge
But we have a glimpse. We do have a glimpse. And that is another kill for the Luna. Drow's gonna pick up another. And I think Disruptor's dead too. No, he's not. The kinetic field saves his life. Very good kinetic field there. Now, if I would have to put a hunch out here, Drow has power treads on the way, and it's about 11 minutes. I think she's going to solo the Roche. If you have double Wraithband, power treads, and lifesteal by around 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure you can solo Roche. Unless with the Roche changes, that's changed recently. But I think she's going to go for it. She's got that regen rune. I think she might do it. Nope, she is not. She's just going to farm the Ancients instead. She actually probably could solo Roche, and if she had help from even one teammate, she probably could get it with no problem. Especially that Lion, who's also ranged.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Yeah.
Probably for the bristleback.
Definitely. Not only that, it's just going to increase their damage output by far. Granted, they have 4 range heroes, and Drow is buffing them all. And speaking of Bristleback, Bristleback may be dead down here in the bottom lane. He definitely is. And there he goes. Viper by himself on the top lane. Vengeful Spirit here, but let's check for TPs real quick. We do have a TP on the Drow, as well as the Tidehunter, so Viper's probably not standing in the best spot right now. They can easily rotate on this and kill him. Especially since Vin does a stun and Viper does not.
Dire has fortified its structures.
Yeah, they're going to fortify this. Let's see if there's any rotation. Is Viper going to get this dive for free? I don't think I think this is probably a bad idea. She's got a medallion. There she goes. Yep, that probably wasn't a good dive. And also, Drow picked up a kill in the mid lane too. And 2 kills. I take that back. It's also a double damage rune top though. Although it doesn't look like Cool Babies actually has a ward up there, so they can't see that. But Drow would probably love to have that right now. Drow is probably just foaming at the mouth at the thought of it. And meanwhile, this T2 is gonna melt.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Now Luna has Eclipse. This is probably a bad idea. It's a very bad idea for Bristle to fight Luna by himself like that, because he's gonna be taking all those beams from Eclipse. Definitely not a good fight to take. And they're just gonna walk right into this tower. Drow just doesn't care. She can probably tank most of it, and they're gonna get probably most of the tower off of this, if not all of it. Probably go for 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Both Shadow Demon and Razor still level 5.
Radiant's
Unfortunate.
bottom tower has been destroyed.
Unfortunate.
Dire's middle tower
However, it
is
looks like
under
Cheese let me
attack.
pick up the mid tower. Oh, there's a
Yes,
rotation
yes.
back. That's gonna be
that
2
was a
rotations
good
actually.
idea.
Tower is
Dire's
picked up.
middle tower has fallen.
Disruption. Good static storm. However, there is no kinetic field. You really gotta have that kinetic field to follow that up. Otherwise your static storm is not gonna do much, and you're gonna get caught out and die like that.
Disruptor gets swapped back into the enemy team, into
Yep.
the Dire team.
Yeah. When you use that static storm, you really gotta put up that kinetic field. He had it off cooldown. I'm not sure why he didn't use it, but that would have easily made that fight go a lot better than it did. And now that...
He does have a point dagger now.
Yes, he does, and they are taking the Roche. That's quite a dead Roche.
Roshan has fallen to the dawn.
Immortality.
At this point, if you're Cheese Lump, you have to wonder what you're going to do, because the thing is, Cheese Lump definitely doesn't have this late game advantage on this either, judging by the draft.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
I mean, they could try to get a tower here and there like what Razor's trying to do on the top lane, but when he's taking the tower like that, it's really not a good idea.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Oh, it looks like the double damage rune is found by Luna.
Double damage.
It appears Drow Ranger's straight up rushing a Crystalist. It's actually not a bad idea. She's snowballing pretty hard. It's just going to increase her damage output. I would say another item, it's like a little more of an unorthodox drow item, but it does work as Blink Dagger, which I think in this case might do wonders, especially when you have stuff like a Disruptor you're dealing with.
Radiant's
Blink
top
Dagger
tower is
into
under
for
siege.
silence.
Yeah, Blink Dagger into Crystallis.
Pretty good combo if you can pull it off.
Yeah, definitely. On top of that, if you get Glimpse back, you can always just blink right back.
Radiant's
Unless you
top
go to the
tower
fountain,
is
of course.
being attacked.
Oh, but we have a Ravage out in the mid lane. And it looks like Razor's going down, Shadow Demon as well.
Death to all.
And the Raptor TP's away.
Dire's bottom tower is
With
being
the
attacked.
Viper solo pushing bot.
I don't think he's gonna get this though. He really doesn't have the damage.
One farm.
Really doesn't have the damage to take this. He really doesn't. He's going for that mech, and he's still a little ways off from it. He's still about 900 away now
Radiant's middle
with the
tower
recipe.
is
But
being
meanwhile, that
attacked.
T3 is getting beat on. They really gotta coordinate together and defend this, or else they're gonna lose the game. Oh, and there goes a good static storm with a kinetic field. That was what he needed to do there, but unfortunately it won't be enough.
Under attack.
Especially this Disruptor is only level 7. They do pick up a kill on the Lion though, which is pretty nice. However, the Luna's gonna be running around killing them all anyway.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege.
At this point, I think it's a matter of Cool Babies just being
Radiant's
too
middle
fed.
barracks is being
They made a
attacked.
couple good. I think Cheese Lump made a couple good moves in that last team fight, but at this point they're just too far behind to actually make it back.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Cool Babies has way too much late game, and I think they're already fed, so it's pretty much over for Cheese Lump at this point.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege.
Just as well.
The lack of proper CC on Cheese Lump
Definitely.
has made this snowball.
Dire's
That, and I think a lack of coordination too.
Dire's bottom tower has been
I think
destroyed.
even with the lack of CC, I think if they had better coordination, I think they might have been able to do better in this game. There were times like on the bottom in the tri-lane, for instance, whenever Razor would have a plasma field going and Shadow Demon with disruption the person was using the plasma field for.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant structures have been fortified.
Cheese Lump opting to not TP back base.
Radiant's middle
Viper
tower has been
and
destroyed.
Razor still in the lanes.
Now we only have one TP back for the Viper. There was the glimpse, but unfortunately the glimpse ended up killing him pretty much. And now this T4 is going down. A buyback from the Shadow Demon. Blossom running out there. He's in a very bad position here. He's blocked in by like